Oh, dang, I've been talking this whole time and then I thought I was on the whole time. Okay. Dang, I was doing all that talking and y'all didn't even hear me. Okay, well, let's start over now. I said all that stuff and didn't even get it out. Y'all didn't even hear me. Okay, thanks, Shay. So I was talking about how uh how perception can be, be everything. Yeah, I mean I seriously thought it because it was bleak it was going blue on here and I thought y'all heard me. Hey Jacinda. Hey Nadia, hey Purple Page Effect, Shay. Okay, so now y'all hear me. See, like Shay told me that Purple Page, you were here the whole time. You didn't tell me nothing. All right, so we got to start over. But yeah, talking about perception was everything, and I was like, mention how like things can be interpreted like depending on how what people say. So I was like talking about like gossip, how like somebody tell a story about something, people keep telling it like about a million times about like a whole bunch of people, and by the time it gets to you, the story done changed about a million times. And then I mentioned the movie The Dark Knight with the Joker when he was looked at as the bad guy, but he was actually the good guy. Just wait on the next slide. Well, the slideshow we got here. This is the next slide we got right here, and we got another slide with the beaches and the palm trees. Oh yeah, hey Jacinta. I don't know if I said it to you before. I don't know if you heard me say it before, but just say hey, just in case. But yeah, so like the Joker was he was the hero of the story because he ended up getting all the mob bosses together and then he ended up taking them, you know he ended up killing all the mob bosses and then burned out all the money that he had. I mean, not that they had, that the mob bosses had, and pretty much rooted out like all the corruption that was there, and he ended up like really saving Gotham by having Harvey Dent ultimately, becoming a savior of the city, even though people didn't know that about the explosion and how it changed him to Two Face, and he became a villain, and he made Batman break his one rule that was like to not kill, and he ended up being he ended up making Harvey Dent the hero because they couldn't have their hero being in a mask. So they needed somebody they could identify with, that they can see, that like stepped out into the light, unlike Batman. And then the next example I used was the Matrix, where Neo was posted. Everybody thought Neo was the one, and truth be told, he actually wasn't. And the Oracle told him, "Hey, Ari, how you doing?" The Oracle actually told him that he wasn't the one, but but he was, he was determined, to fight out anyway. And he ended up being the catalyst for the actual one, which was Agent Smith, because the Oracle said that the one would be someone who had always been there in the Matrix and would be able to actually change the Matrix. Actually, break the rules of the Matrix. Like Neo was powerful, but he just don't really just bent the rules of the Matrix. He actually couldn't break the rules of the Matrix. But Agent Smith could. Matter of fact, he proved it by, turning anybody who he came in contact with into a duplicate of himself. Okay, Shay. Yeah, he actually turned him into a duplicate of himself. And Agent Smith was so powerful. He was so powerful that the machines were actually afraid of him. He was about to take over the Matrix and pretty much just change everything. So they needed Neo to go and stop him. He was the only one that probably could. Well, he almost didn't, but in the end of that movie, it really didn't change too much. But still kind of had the Matrix, but they kind of changed the way they did stuff. I don't think anybody actually woke up, but I don't think all people actually woke up, but they just came to an agreement. And I'm trying to think. I think I had one more. I cannot think of it. But yeah, it's just like certain words, certain things could you know, be misinterpreted or blown out of proportion or just confused. And if you don't fully know the person, like inside and out, if you don't know the person a long time, you can easily it can be easy to misinterpret it depending on how you see it. So it was just like, that's the thing about it. And then on top of that, people can make their own perceptions. I'm sure you've seen people who are, lied to themselves and made themselves believe their own lies. You've seen it all the time. Well, no, I'm not see it all the time, but you've seen it happen. Yeah, yeah. And think about it with most people, the person they lie to the most is themselves. And it's like if you don't take a look in that mirror, it's just like you're gonna keep lying to yourself. You don't wanna see what's actually there. And that mirror is honest. It is honest as hell. But but if you wouldn't face that mirror, you'll be a lot better off. And yeah, so it just doesn't affect like just like on a one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Nile ain't a river. Down the river in Egypt. But but yeah, like it's pretty much I mean, hey Ulysses, and pretty much it's just dang, I lost my thought. Oh yeah, okay, now I remember. I lost train of thought. I got back on the train. Okay, I got it. All right. Yeah, that was just probably like, just people applies with groups. How else you think like you can get a group to believe anything, with the right push and the right and the right conditions, you can get people to believe and follow anything. It's kind of like what Kay said from Men in Black. He was when Will Smith was saying, people. He said people are smart, and Kay said a person is smart. He said, "People are dumb, panicky animals," and I was like, I couldn't even disagree with him. He was on point with that. And as far as that, like, I kind of look at that like, okay, well, there are, the group thing is very can be very dangerous. Because I mean, examples of that, of course, the Salem witch trials, Jim Crow. I mean, even though, it's like, even though like, people are, racist, like as far as like civil rights, like they had to get programmed to be that way. They had to be conditioned to be that way for a long period of time to just, agree with this. Now some people have it in them already, but most time it's conditioned. People only follow what either society or the culture goes with. So it's like to break outside that mold, you would actually you would actually have to be a true free thinker. You have to really critically think. And I know most people don't like to do that. And the only reason and the reason I know this and the reason why is that most people would rather have somebody else do their thinking for them because if you're taking control of the situation, I mean that's if anything goes wrong, all the blame's on you. It's not on you can't put it on anybody else. So that's why people would rather have somebody else do their thinking for them because there's no accountability. Something goes wrong, always that person's fault. So, just like that's something you would have to take into account when, dealing with perception. Of course, like even with the news and politicians, you think like politicians, they are masters at perception. Anything that you want, anything that they want spin to go to a certain way, and they do, and that's called propaganda. Pushing a certain agenda, pushing a certain narrative, and when people just spin that on people, spin it on everybody, that's what you get. So yeah, I mean, lot of times, it's just like what the truth is and what people perceive it as. I mean, what people perceive are two different things. I mean, you can take it from the court system. You could be doing everything right, and you can. I mean, you could be innocent of all charges, but if people think that you're guilty, even if you get hey, Mrs. Hung, I haven't seen you here before, but if anybody, I mean, if you if even if you're you're innocent of all charges. Sometimes even when you're exonerated, you're still a guilty in the court of public opinion because that's what people perceive. And if people perceive it, then that's what it is. And it doesn't matter what the truth is. So, and so all I'm just saying is that if people want if people want the truth, hey, it is what people, perception is everything. You have to watch what's going down there. So yeah, you got to be careful about you just got to be careful about how things are perceived. That's all. And with that, I think think I might be done. Let me see. Yeah, think yeah. So what what's considered real may not be actuality. Might not be what it really is. So, and it's like think about it. Never let anybody become cast you in a role that you're not that you don't want to be in. That you don't want. You know, nobody can make you be a character in a story unless you allow it. And as I say, everybody's a writer of their own script. So as far as that, I guess just stay true to yourself. You know, be critical thinkers if you can be, and just live life to the best of your ability. So with that, gonna give some shout outs. Shout out to Purple Page at Lupus Effect. Shout out to Victoriously Shay. Shout out to Jacinda Star. Shout out to Eurydice. Well, shout out to Ariel, and then shout out to Eurydice. Shout out to Mrs. Hung. Appreciate y'all for coming through. You know, Lone Wolf Pack stand up. Oh, oh, oh. I'm gonna start doing them now. I've been missing out on that. I like doing it. So with that, don't. Oh yeah, yeah. So with that, wholeness and balance vibrations, people, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. That's gonna. Yeah, y'all gonna start doing it in a minute. I'm telling you that howling, saying that and then doing the howling. That's what catch on. Long will pack stand up. All right, Jacinda. I'm gonna end y'all out with the hit y'all with the song and then do that. Yeah, I hope you have a great night too, Jacinda. Hit y'all with the beautiful music, and y'all have yourselves a great night. I may come back on and do some gaming, but that's probably gonna be it. And I'm gonna go get something to eat. So good night, y'all.